from Jewel for Real, and today is my 10-week pregnancy update. And I'm taping this, actually this will be out a week after my 8-week, or actually maybe even only a few days after my 8-week update, because I had taped it a few weeks ago before we even announced to you all. So now I'm officially 10 weeks. First off, let me show you guys my ultrasound picture. I forgot to show you my ultrasound picture for my 8-week checkup. There's the baby. This is the yolk sac. This is the baby. This is the little arm and the little leg bud starting to form. And of course the head. And they saw a heartbeat too. I was concerned that when I did the ultrasound that they could find twins. The only reason is because of my age. I am 37 years old now. And I actually was concerned too because my grandma had twins, and she actually is my maternal grandma, which is genetic, and also she had fraternal twins, which is genetic. Identical twins is just a fluke of nature. Fraternal twins is genetic. She had fraternal twins, Carl and Carol. So I always been kind of concerned, like the first and second pregnancy would have been nice, maybe cute to have twins, but after that I was actually a little nervous to have twins, because to go from 2 to 4 or 3 to 5 or now 4 to 6 would be quite the jump. So I didn't know that I was ready for that. I'm glad they only found one, but if they had found 2, we would have dealt with it and we would have enjoyed it anyway. But it's something that had concerned me, but surprisingly, ever since my grandma, there hasn't been any twins. It's 10 weeks and I'm still very tired, although I've noticed that I'm a little less tired than I used to be. I used to be incredibly tired, like I felt like I had like a tremendous illness. But now I still feel tired, but I don't feel that tired. I feel like too that I don't need to nap all afternoon to feel decent, even though I wouldn't even get the naps with 4 kids. And now I feel like if I could just close my eyes for 10 to 20 minutes, I can be more than good for the rest of the day. And some days I don't get that and I still manage, but those are usually the days I collapse pretty early at night. I'm still tired. I think that will go away around 13, 14 weeks. I'm very concerned about a miscarriage, only because I think everybody that has a miscarriage, when they get to the week that they miscarried prior to that, they get extremely nervous. Like say if somebody's miscarriage was at 6 weeks, when they get to 6 weeks pregnant, they like cringe and they worry and so for me, I miscarried at 11 and a half weeks for my second pregnancy. And every time I get to that point, I really panic. And I'm getting to that point because I'm 10 weeks, another week and a half, I'll be there. And so when you get there and when you have miscarriage, every time you wipe, you check for blood, every time you get a cramp, you're like, oh, here it comes. Or, you just panic over everything, thinking, this is it. This is the end of the pregnancy. Not that you want to think pessimistically, you want to think optimistically, but because you were through it before, and unless you've been through it before, you can try to understand, but you don't understand. It's just something like anything in life you don't understand completely unless you've been through it. So yeah, it's just something between 10 and 13 weeks I panic over the scare of a miscarriage. So that's what I'm doing now. And hopefully everything is okay and everything's all right, because ever since my ultrasound at 7 weeks, I haven't heard the heartbeat again yet, because I haven't had another ultrasound. And when I went for my birth appointment, I was too early to hear it on the little Doppler thing, or whatever you call that fetal monitor. Usually they can't hear a heartbeat on that until you're more like 11, 12, 13 weeks. Because I went at 9 weeks, I was a little too early to hear it at my birth appointment. Speaking of my birth appointment, like I said, I had it at 9 weeks. They weighed me there, and I weighed 127 pounds. I don't mind telling you guys, it's a number. to me, and I think we should all be like more confident with ourselves. Yes, it's nice to get to a number we want and we're more comfortable with, but we should be comfortable sharing information back and forth as women. But I feel like, you know, before I had kids, my weight was 115 pounds. So I am now starting a pregnancy at 127 pounds. I started, ideally I would have loved to get back down to 115 pounds. When I got weighed, I am already 9 weeks pregnant. So I may have started out at 125 pounds, which is still 10 pounds heavier than what I would love to be. But I'm not gonna cringe over it and beat myself up over it. So I typically gain, with other pregnancies, I typically gain anywhere from 25 to 32 pounds. I'm not sure with this pregnancy. The times I gained less with the pregnancies were with my boys, because I was pregnant with them over the summer and I was moving around more. So because I'm pregnant over the summer this time, I'm hoping that it's a little less again, like it was with the boys. But with my girls, I was pregnant over the winter, wasn't moving around as much, and so I gained like about 32 pounds. So we'll see when I go for my next checkup at 12 weeks how much I've gained, and I'll let you guys know. They also checked my thyroid, and every month I have to, because I'm hypothyroid, I have to get my thyroid checked. So I'm due to get it checked this month, like anytime now. I should be getting it checked soon. But yeah, my thyroid was low normal, but they still think it was okay. But they have to keep checking it because it can cause a miscarriage if you let it get too low. So it's just a concern, something you have to check on. I've never had hypothyroid with any of my other kids. This is the very first time that I'm having to deal with that. So every month I gotta go get my blood checked for my thyroid. Sometime I'll have to show you guys my office, the birth office that I go to, but I go to a birth center. They have midwives. I love it there. I had all 4 of my other kids there. I'm hoping that this time around is no different. I don't have to have a C-section. I can deliver naturally just like I did with them. I didn't have an epidural. I didn't have any drugs. I did it completely natural. And that's just something I love to do. I love doing things naturally. I would say nausea for me is strange during this pregnancy. I don't think I'm feeling as nauseous as I did with the other pregnancies, which actually is another concern of mine with miscarriage, because I always get concerned about that stuff with miscarriage. But like I'm feeling, like other times I remember getting really nauseous, like I would get out of bed, run to the toilet and puke. Now that this pregnancy, that's not happening, at least not so far. I get out of bed, I do things for like 10-20 minutes, and then I get nauseous and puke. But prior to that, it was more severe. So I don't know with this pregnancy why it's like that, why it's different. I'm not sure, because I have 2 girls and 2 boys, and with my boys I tend to be less sick than with my girls, so it has me leaning towards that it could be a boy, but you never know. I'm having cravings already. I am only, like I said, 10 weeks, but I've already been having cravings over the last couple weeks. I've been craving wings. Go figure, wings with blue cheese. I haven't gotten any yet, but I've been craving it. And I've also been craving salty pretzels dipped in peanut butter. And I've also been craving cheese pizza. I don't know. Those are my cravings. I don't always give in to my cravings because honestly, I don't want to gain like 60 pounds. So I don't give in to my cravings all the time. I only give in to them every once in a while, but that's when I'm craving. I have gotten, since I've been pregnant, I had gotten a chiropractic adjustment just because I felt like my back needed it. I think during this pregnancy, I want to get chiropractic adjustments at least once a month just to maintain and have a good back, because you're having to support a baby in there. I mean, you're getting big all over and your back has to do a lot more work. And I think, I don't want to like wait until my back gets too bad. So I think I'm gonna try to get into the chiropractor once a month during this pregnancy. And when I did go for the adjustment, it really did help. And I noticed that it usually helps for and lasts for about a month or two before I need it again. But if I wait like 2 months out, it really needs it. Since we've made the announcement to you all, we put a really funny picture up on Instagram, something that my sister took at my mom's house. It's really funny, and if you haven't checked it out yet, go check it out. It's on my Instagram account, Jewel for Real, and the link is below. But it's pretty funny, so go check it out, and you'll see why it's funny. We also, since my 8-week checkup, we announced in our Family for Real vlog that we are pregnant, obviously. And if you haven't seen our announcement video, it's really cute, and I'm glad to have it for memories. So go over to Family for Real and check it out. The link for that is also below. And we're going to just be taping our journey on Family for Real, and also bi-weekly updates on Jewel for Real. And so, you know, it'll be exciting. I'm excited to videotape these memories, because with the other 4 kids, I didn't get a chance. So it'll be fun to look back on. And maybe you heard and saw it on Family for Real, and that's how you started following me on Jewel for Real. But if you're just tuning in on Jewel for Real and you haven't seen it, go over and check it out. We had some pretty surprised family members because they thought we were done at 4. They were a little shocked that we went on to 5. Honestly, we were a little surprised too, because we spontaneously decided a few months ago that we were going to go for 5. Yeah, so it was kind of fun this time around to surprise people to go on to 5, because with the other kids, everybody knew, oh, Julie's having another, because I always talked about having 4 kids. So they were like always expecting it. So it wasn't so much a surprise. So this time around, it was more of a surprise because they thought Julie was done, or Julie was probably done. So it was more of a surprise shock for the family. Well, that's it for today's 10-week update. And I will be having a 12-week update coming up. And on that, like on other weekly updates, I will be going into talking about more about my natural childbirth experiences, my high-risk test that I'm going to be having the next time I go to the doctor. I don't get amniocentesis, but I just get a high-risk blood test. And I also will be talking about getting out my maternity clothes, because I have to get them out between now and my 12-week update, because I'm starting to really show. I'm starting to have less clothes out of my regular clothes that fit me. I'm going to show you my now 10-week belly, what I look like at 10 weeks. This top is kind of flowy, so it doesn't really show it like too much, but here it is. There it is from the side. I'll kind of pull on it. This side. It's starting to pop out a little bit more. I have a little bit of stretch marks here from all the other 4 kids, but not a lot. A little bit. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe below. And I'm excited to take you on this journey with me of having my 5th kid, my handful. Hopefully it's not actually a handful. As we go on this journey on my bi-weekly updates on this channel. So stay tuned. Ask questions below if you have any. Make sure you like this video if you did. Until next time, guys, fly high and dream big.